Welcome to Live Interactive English, everyone. Hello, I'm Mike.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of green iguanas. From pets to pests. Ooh, so I guess we're talking about pets. And green iguanas, they're kind of like a weird kind of pets, right?
It's a lizard. It's a big, cool, interesting lizard. I didn't actually know what a green iguana was, but when I looked at a picture, I thought, yeah, that's an iguana. That's exactly what I picture in my mind when someone says iguana. This is the green iguana, and it's made an interesting journey in the world from a pet to a pest. A pet, like a loved family member that is an animal.
That's right.
But a pest is something you don't want in your house. So it's gone from something we kept as pets, and now it's something we don't really want around, or there are too many? Is that the story?
I have no idea, but it sounds like it. But if I think of or picture it in my head, having a green iguana in my home, it might be cute.
It could be.
Right? It's very, very unique because usually we have cats and dogs, sometimes, boring little cute animals.
It's an unusual pet. Yes,
That's
definitely.
right. Would you ever want to have a green iguana as a pet?
Well, since I don't know anything about taking care of them, no. We should always remember that reptiles like lizards, iguanas, snakes, you can keep these as pets, but they are very special pets and you need to do a lot to take care of them. It's much harder than just opening a can of iguana food and just leaving it there for the lizard or whatever to eat. It's not like a cat or a dog.
You can't just play fetch.
I've never had a reptile pet, especially not an iguana. No.
But that would be pretty interesting.
It would be, and maybe in today's article, my mind will be changed. And at the end of our 2-day look at green iguanas, I will be ready to get one as a pet, but I don't want a pest.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want a pest either.
Definitely not. Not going to pay for that. All right, let's check out the article and find out all about this very colorful and interesting animal. With its brightly colored scales, its long tail, and the row of spines running down its back, the green iguana is a truly larger-than-life lizard. However, no matter how remarkable these creatures look, their appearance is far from the only interesting thing about them. Green iguanas are native to the warm climates of Central and South America. In the wild, they can often be spotted relaxing on tree branches or near rivers, and lying in the sun as if they're on vacation. Though they may seem lazy, they are by no means easy targets for hungry animals. Green iguanas possess an incredible organ called a parietal eye, often referred to as their third eye. The parietal eye is located on the top of an iguana's head. All right, so green iguanas are the animals we'll be looking at for the next couple of days. And you see in their title there, it's gone from being a pet to a pest. Now, these words are very similar, you can see in how they're spelled, but very different in their meaning. Pets, generally good. Pests, generally bad. Let's find out about that second word.
All right, so we're looking at this word here, pest. And that is a noun. So basically, that is like an insect or like a small animal that is harmful or damages crops. So for example, you can say the farmer set traps to catch the pests that were damaging his crops. So like you said, pests are something that we do not want, right?
Absolutely
like mosquitoes or cockroaches, termites.
Yeah, even up to bigger animals like rats can be pests as well.
You are right.
In your home, in your restaurant. And if you've ever been to the airport and they have that dog who's searching for fruit that people bring in from other countries, they're trying to stop pests.
That's
these types of things that can come into a country. They can have many babies and then suddenly you have a big problem. We also use pest for things or something that might be bothering you, right? If you're trying to study and your little brother's like, hey, come and play with me. I want to play. You're like, oh, you're being such a pest. You're bothering me in a way that is making my life bad.
That's right.
Let's find out all about these green iguanas. Maybe they're pets, maybe they're pests, maybe they're both. But first, we want to know what we're talking about. We get a really good description here at the beginning. interesting. It says, with its brightly colored scales, its long tail, it's very long, and the row of spines running down its back, the green iguana is a truly larger-than-life lizard.
Ooh.
I'm sure you guys can see some pictures of them. They are kind of like mini dinosaurs, aren't they? Especially those spines that run down their back. Now, a spine, if we're talking about a person, that would be your backbone. That bone that goes from your skull all the way down to the bottom. And of course, it's very important for sending messages and helping us stand. But here, a spine is a little different. It will be in kind of the same area, usually the back, but a spine on a lizard or a fish or something like that is more like something that just sticks out of the back. Often the poison in that animal might come through the spine, like a lionfish, a scorpionfish, or a rockfish. If you step on those or they poke you, they're going to poke you with those spines that can be very painful. And if you look at the green iguana, or many types, of course, famous dinosaurs, they often have those spines that go right down their back, sticking out of the back, and maybe pointy, sharp, and dangerous.
Sounds pretty scary.
Yeah,
they don't sound
scary.
that adorable, right?
Ow, ow, ow. Yeah.
And you said larger than life lizard. So that means size-wise, they are actually quite big, right? Okay, well, let's continue. However, no matter how remarkable these creatures look, their appearance is far from the only interesting thing about them. Okay, so what they're saying is that not only their appearance, how they look like, that's not the only interesting thing about them. There's a lot more to them.
Absolutely. They love to read, they love to paint, they love to cook.
I don't think
They're very
so.
interesting. Oh, no. But there are, of course, some interesting facts about them. That's why we're learning about them. Let's get to some of those interesting things. Green iguanas are native to the warm climates of Central and South America. I'm sure most of you know that reptiles, lizards, snakes, iguanas, they live in the colder parts of the world. There's no Arctic snake or South Pole lizard or something like that. They live in the warm parts of the world, Taiwan, Africa, the Amazon, places like that. And when we say Central and South America, yeah, we're talking about the middle part of America, that skinny bit, and then south into places like South America, Brazil, the Amazon. It says, in the wild, they can often be spotted relaxing on tree branches or near rivers and lying in the sun as if they're on vacation. Well, the life of a green iguana sounds pretty good.
Exactly. I actually have seen quite a few pictures of them, you know, just lying there, enjoying the sun.
Sunglasses on, nice drink in their hand.
That's what I want to do. Okay, let's learn more about them. Though they may seem lazy because they don't seem to be moving a lot or not very fast, they are by no means easy targets for hungry animals. So that means they are not easy targets. Other animals are not able to catch them or capture them easily.
Interesting. Even though they look very relaxed, they are ready to go if danger comes near, and they have some very special help to get away from danger. It says green iguanas possess an incredible organ called a parietal eye, often referred to as their third eye. Okay, well, of course, in the pictures, and just like humans, they have two eyes that we can see, right? Their eyes are in a different place, but they work in kind of the same way. But they also have a third eye. The parietal eye is located on the top of an iguana's head. So if you want to see what the clouds are doing or what the sky is like, that's very useful. But it's not that kind of eye. I think this is kind of more like spider sense for Peter Parker.
Okay, so they don't look the same, right?
No, it's not the kind of looking eye that we think of like these two.
Okay, well, we're looking at this word here, possess. To possess means to have or own something or to have a particular quality. So for example, you can say the king possesses lots of gold and jewels. That means he owns a lot of gold and jewels. Okay, well, that's a really interesting fact that we learned about the green iguanas, right?
Yeah.
They have a third eye, parietal eye.
Parietal eye, yep.
But we don't know, it doesn't look like the other normal eyes, right?
It does a different kind of job that we will find out all about after our break.
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Green Iguanas from Pets to Pests。绿鬣蜥从宠物变成害兽。好，先来说 Green Iguana 就是指绿鬣蜥。那我们也学一下 Lizard 是指蜥蜴，还有 Reptile 或是念作 Reptile 就是指爬虫类或是爬行动物。而我们标题有用到 Pest 这个字，它是指像破坏农作物的有害动物啊、害虫。Karen 老师在解释单字时有提到 termite，T-E-R-M-I-T-E， termite 表示白蚁。好，那么课文一开始就描述了绿鬣蜥有着色彩鲜艳的鳞片、长长的尾巴，还有沿着背部延伸的一排突刺。那 spine 这个字本来可以指脊柱、脊椎，在文中则是指动物身上那些突刺。Mike 老师在解释时，他有提到 skull。S-K-U-L-L skull 就是颅骨、头盖骨，还有提到 backbone 可以表达脊骨或者是支柱的意思。老师还有用到一个动词是 poke，P-O-K-E poke 就表示戳或是刺的意思。好，那么绿鬣蜥它原生于中美洲和南美洲的温暖气候带，在野外经常可以看到它们悠闲地待在树枝上、河边或是躺在太阳下。尽管看起来懒洋洋的，可是它们绝非能够被轻易捕获的目标。它们拥有一种器官叫做颅顶眼，位于头顶，那常常被称为它们的第三只眼。这边有一个动词是 possess 就表示拥有或是具备。好，那这边有3个重点，我们进入文法时间。我们来看第一个重点是 be native to 加名词，可以表达动植物原生于什么，在什么土生土长。native 在这边当形容词，是指说动植物原产于某地的，或是土生土长的。举例来说 ，The koala is native to Australia。无尾熊原生于澳洲。而第二个重点是 as if 是表达仿佛好像，后面接子句。那这个子句可以用直说法和假设法来表示。我们先来看子句用直说法的时候，是表达说描述的情况它是事实或是可能发生。那么动词它的时态就会照正常变化。例如 It looks as if it's going to rain， 看起来好像要下雨了。第二个，当子句是用假设法的时候呢，这是表达描述跟事实相反或假设的情况。例如 Dave's mom still treats him as if he were a child。 Dave 的妈妈仍然把他当作小孩一样对待。好，那第3个重点是 by no means 是指一点也不、绝不，它是带有否定意思的副词片语。那也可以用 not by any means 来表达。例如 This is by no means the first time we've had this conversation。 这绝对不是我们第一次谈这件事，表示说谈这件事已经不止一次了。好，接回到课文中。
While the eye cannot form images like the lizard's regular eyes, it can detect movement. Therefore, it acts as an early warning system that alerts the iguana to danger. Usually, green iguanas are able to get away from anything that tries to hunt them, as they are fast runners and excellent swimmers. However, if another animal does manage to corner an iguana, the lizard can puff out the dewlap under its chin. This makes the iguana look like much more of a threat.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were looking at the interesting animal, the green iguanas, right? And then we're describing how it looks like. It looks very interesting and unique, but their appearance is not the only thing that is very, very attractive, that attracts people's attention. There's more to them. For example, they have the third eye called the parietal eye.
That's exactly right. And it's not an eye like this that can and look around. In fact, it's not even on the front of the iguana's head or face. It's on the very top. So that is a weird place to have an eye. But this is kind of a weird eye. It says, well, the eye cannot form images like the lizard's regular eyes, or ours. It can detect movement.
Oh, so it's kind of like a sensor.
It's like a sensor, exactly, like on one of those alarm systems. Or like that giant robot girl in Squid Game. You know, when you run and then you have to freeze, and if you move, she'll know and you're in big trouble. Well, that's the same kind of thing. So it's not looking at colors and light and stuff, it's looking for movement. Therefore, it says, or because of this, it acts as an early warning system that alerts the iguana to danger. So even at night, even in low light, if a snake or something is coming closer to catch the iguana, it can detect the movement of that animal, which is a pretty cool superpower. It is kind of like Spider-Man's spider sense. You know, he just knows something's happening. To detect is basically often to use your senses, if you're using something natural or maybe a machine, to basically pick up signals or images or data from something. All right, so if you're using a tool that measures things, that tool is designed to detect things. You might have something in your home that can kind of smell smoke. And if there's a fire in the nighttime, it will wee, 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 wee. It will make a really loud sound because it has picked up or detected its senses. It knows that there is smoke there. Your eyes can detect light and movement. Your ears can detect sound, and your nose can also detect smells like smoke and things like that. If those things don't work, then things will be going on around you and you won't know because you can't detect, you can't sense, you can't identify the things that are happening. For example, I detected some sadness in her eyes.
My eyes.
Oh, okay, or maybe in her voice because
That's
she said she's gonna cry soon.
You can notice, right? The sadness in her eyes. Okay,
Exactly.
we're also looking at this word here, to alert. So to alert, that is a verb. Basically, it just means to warn or make aware. So the green iguanas, they are alert, right? And then the third eye can actually alert them so then they can run away if the danger comes. For example, you can say, the earthquake alerted me to the dangers of the natural world. So if the earthquake starts shaking and then you're in your home and then you're thinking, oh no, I'm in danger, right?
Exactly right. Yes, that is a very scary alert when suddenly the ground around you starts sliding and moving.
Exactly. Okay, let's go back to the article though. Usually, green iguanas are able to get away from anything that tries to hunt them, as they are fast runners and excellent swimmers. Oh, so they're not only fast runners, and they're also excellent swimmers as well. Usually, you see them just lying there. But if somebody is trying to, or some animals are trying to catch them, they will run away as quickly as they can.
Interesting. Of course, there are, snakes and lizards that do swim, but not all of them do. Apparently, the green iguana is a champion swimmer as well as a very fast runner. However, if another animal does manage to corner an iguana, the lizard can puff out the dewlap under its chin. This makes the iguana look like much more of a threat. So it uses a little trick like animals often do. Cats might sort of raise their hair. The puffer fish, of course, gets big and all those spikes stick out of it. This animal does something very similar. When it's in danger, when there is a threat around that could attack it or bite it or hurt it or even eat it, the iguana has this amazing thing, this dewlap. It's kind of like a beard of skin that hangs down from the chin. It can actually use that like a balloon. So if there's an animal near that wants to hurt it or eat it, it can blow up this dewlap and suddenly the skinny little iguana is a much bigger, scarier looking animal. And so the animal that wants to eat it will be afraid. That's the idea. It will scare away the threat. A threat is basically a danger, something that can cause you harm or hurt you or even kill you is a threat. If someone says, says, ooh, I'm gonna get you, they're speaking a threat. Or if it's just something around you, it could be a disease, it could be getting in an accident, or it could be you're in a dangerous situation, a building on fire, or the middle of an earthquake. That could hurt you. That is a threat. It is a possible danger. For example, war is a great threat to the planet.
That's right.
It sure is. That's why we need more green iguanas. No, I don't think that'll answer.
I don't think so. That's not the solution.
Yeah, so far we've seen a lot about the green iguana as an interesting animal and maybe even an interesting pet, but not a pest so far.
So we didn't talk anything about it being the pest, right?
Guess we'll have to come back tomorrow and find out.
In part 2.
See you then.
绿鬣蜥的第3只眼虽然没办法像普通眼睛那样形成影像，但是它可以察觉动作，有预警系统的作用，来提醒鬣蜥注意危险。那通常绿鬣蜥能够逃脱任何试图猎捕它们的动物，因为它们跑得快又很会游泳。就算被逼入困境，它们还会鼓起下巴下方的那个肉垂，让自己看起来威胁性大增。Mike 老师说，这可能就像河豚会膨胀身体，把尖刺竖起来一样。老师说的 pufferfish 就是河豚，还有用到 spike 这个字 S-P-I-K-E， 那这个名词可以表达尖刺或者是尖状物。再看到单字 detect 它表示察觉、发现或是检测、测出，它是个动词。Alert 这个字当动词则表示使注意，像使注意危险或是使警觉，它也可以当形容词来形容警觉的。再看到 threat 是名词，表示威胁、恐吓，它可以当可数或不可数用。好，那么以上这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
With its brightly colored scales, its long tail, and the row of spines running down its back, the green iguana is a truly larger-than-life lizard. However, no matter how remarkable these creatures look, their appearance is far from the only interesting thing about them. Green iguanas are native to the warm climates of Central and South America. In the wild, they can often be spotted relaxing on tree branches or near rivers, and lying in the sun as if they're on vacation. Though they may seem lazy, they are by no means easy targets for hungry animals. Green iguanas possess an incredible organ called a parietal eye, often referred to as their third eye. The parietal eye is located on the top of an iguana's head. While the eye cannot form images like the lizard's regular eyes, it can detect movement. Therefore, it acts as an early warning system that alerts the iguana to danger. Usually, green iguanas are able to get away from anything that tries to hunt them, as they are fast runners and excellent swimmers. However, if another animal does manage to corner an iguana, the lizard can puff out the dewlap under its chin. This makes the iguana look like much more of a threat.
Kiki, your computer's still broken.
I know. I've been on the phone with IT for 2 hours.
You've been on hold for that long?
Yeah, I'm so fed up with them.
Okay, time to work on our translations. Today's topic is showing annoyance and impatience. So we have 别烦我.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Oh, very good. Okay, we also have
Straight to the point.
Yeah, very straight to the point. We also have 别来捣乱.
Don't mess around. Don't be a troublemaker.
Oh, nice. Do you want it?
Don't be a naughty boy.
Oh, I like how you say boy. We know it's never going to be a girl. What have we learned today?
Today's translation topic is showing annoyance and impatience. The phrase is leave me alone. Leaving somebody alone means to not bother someone. So, if someone says this phrase, it can have a meaning of, don't bother me, I need some time to myself. Our second phrase is, stop messing around. Mess as a verb means to make something untidy. However, mess around means to horseplay or to be mischievous. So, stop messing around can be used to tell someone to stop causing trouble and be serious. And that's all for translations today. KiWi later!